Happy book day, y'all. Welcome to the Bee Cave Book Hall. I'm Megan, and I'm here with one of our fabulous clerks, Angela.
Hello.
All right, and we are here to talk, of course, about books.
Yay.
All right, so Angela, what is something that you've been reading recently?
Well, what I've just finished is Trevor Noah's audio book, Born a Crime, which is about him growing up in South Africa during apartheid, which was very interesting to me because it's something, having grown up during that era of anti-apartheid sentiment, I was sort of aware of it, but as a young person, I'm like, oh, politics, I can't be bothered. So it was not only very entertaining, but also very educational to me as a grown woman. And just a lot of interesting facts I wasn't fully aware of. I do recommend the audio version because his voice is so incredibly beautiful. And he does all the voices when he's describing, when he's reading from his own work. You can actually picture what he's describing. And when he refers to himself as, you know, a little troublemaker or being very naughty, you see him as a small boy, or when he does his mother's voice, you can actually picture his mother. It's just definitely worth the time to
I've always been
that.
a big fan of his stand-up, and I love him on The Daily Show, so I will be sure to check that out. We have that, I think, in on Overdrive, in e-audio, and we also have it here on CD. So you can come get it in any of those formats.
And I would suggest doing that right away because it's very popular.
Mm-hmm. Yes, there may be holes, so you want to put that on hold right away. Right, so Angela, you are one of our clerks that a lot of us kind of pigeonhole ourselves in certain genres, but you're one of the people that you really read everything.
I try to read everything because I don't like to limit myself, especially if I'm coming off something that's maybe a nonfiction book that's kind of heavy. It's like, ooh, now I must move into the juvenile fiction and read something light and magical and, you know, make my world happy again. Or, you know, and I tell our patrons, don't fear the juvenile fiction. Or just this morning, I suggested to one of our patrons who was becoming maybe a little bored with some of the audios that she was listening to. I said, hey, you know, maybe you want to explore the young adult audios. And sure enough, she left with a young adult audio. So that was kind of exciting to get other people to expand their horizons, as it were.
See, that's one of the benefits of coming to the library. You can come talk to Angela about all of her books. You can talk to all of us that maybe pigeonhole ourselves if we have the same type of taste and find something new. Come talk to the people that work here. We have advice for you. Sometimes it's unwanted.
Sometimes it's unsolicited. But
often
we do have it.
We do have it. And it might lead you on the right path or the wrong path, but luckily we'll always take it back.
Yeah, we won't charge you.
We won't charge you.
It's free. So that's a good thing.
As we always say, one of the benefits of working here is you get to see all the stuff early, and Angela has gotten to look at all the fabulous books that we just unboxed and put on our carts, and will be coming down to all of you patrons. So
I was telling some of our other patrons, get on the catalog because we have a bevy of beautiful new books.
We had so many that I had to limit her what she could talk about today.
I talked Megan into allowing me 3. She only wanted 2. I wanted 12, so 3 was a compromise. Thank you for that. So my first choice that I'm very excited to read is a juvenile fiction. It's called Me and Marvin Gardens by Amy Sarek King.
Yeah, that's A.S. King. She usually writes YA.
A.S. King. See, I was thinking, oh, this is a brand new author, or new to me, so I was very excited about it. I think it's going to be magical along the lines of Carl Hyacin and the ecosystem. It's about, apparently it's about this young boy whose beloved creek is being taken over by the evil developers. And he finds an interesting creature who's a dog, but not a dog, a pig, but not a pig. It's got fur, and it eats only plastic.
Nice.
Bottle tops, plastic water bottles. Yeah, so I'm very excited to see how that plays out. And I think it's going to be very magical and very pro-ecosystem. So
yeah, if you're watching the YouTube version of this podcast, you can see the cover's very appealing. It's very fun. Just definitely looks like it could appeal to boys and girls, to kids and parents to read with their kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And of course, I am one of those people that does judge a book by its cover. So that's probably what first appealed to me. That and the name, Me and Marvin Gardens. Who doesn't love that title? The second book I've chosen, I thought was a young adult fiction, but it looks like it's adult fiction. It's called The Impossible Fortress by Jason Rekulak, who is also someone new to me.
He's actually his first book. I did a little research on him for this podcast. It's one one of his first like full-length novels, it looks like. I agree with you. When I first saw it, I called down to be like, is this JF or YA? And they were like, it's neither. It's fiction. And I was like, oh, okay.
Excellent. So, yeah, I guess the premise is it takes place in the 80s. It's prefaced by saying it's a love letter to the 1980s, which is a decade that's near and dear to my heart. It looks like it's very exciting along the ways of the way Ready Player One by Ernest Cline is, in that there's a lot of references to the social mores and games and music of the 1980s. And apparently it's about this young man who actually invents a video game during the 80s. And that's what I'm taking, but I think it's going to be sweet and fun and funny.
Well, the things I read from it was a group of boys they kind of invent a game and they're trying to break into a place to steal a Playboy.
Oh, right.
So there's the nice little mini 14-year-old boy heist.
It was the 80s.
Probably like a sweet version. If I'm guessing if you kind of like the vibe of Stranger Things, maybe not so much the horror part, but the vibe of Stranger Things.
Yes, it does.
The vibe of this is kind of 80s nostalgia.
So I'm very excited about that. Again, the beautiful cover.
It's got a great cover. Great font on there.
And I always love a new author. So
so this could be the next big thing. Definitely, we've got one copy you all should definitely look into. It's got some great reviews from some great authors on it. It looks really fun. It looks like something I would just devour.
Megan and I are going to arm wrestle to see who gets it first.
Well, we will see if any of you put it on hold first.
Oh no, they might beat us to it.
You might beat us to it.
Better hurry. Okay. Okay, and then my third choice is an author whose name is Laird Hunt. Again, someone I'm not familiar with. Second book, Laird. The Evening Road. It takes place during the civil rights era. No, it's 1930. To me, it's two women, two secrets, one desperate and extraordinary day. So maybe it's Thelma and Louise, but it touches on a lot of racial issues, which I'm very interested in. Kind of like, what was that? Whistling Past the Graveyard, the Sue Crandall book. So I'm kind of excited about this. It looks like it's going to be a little heavier subject matter along the lines of... what's the Sue Monk Kid, Invention of Wings?
Yeah.
Kind
of like a heavy drama read.
A heavy drama with, touching on the race issue. So I'm kind of excited about that.
So we've got quite a mix-up here.
Yeah, I know.
We've got some kids' eco magical realism. We've got some kind of coming-of-age, new adult-esque 80s heist love story with kind of a funny twist, and then we've got this drama that you're gonna have to let me know if it
deals with social mores and issues.
You're gonna have to let me know how it fares, if it's how good it is. It looks good.
It looks fabulous.
The blurb inside. Seriously, you can find all these on our website. Put them on hold. We look forward to seeing what you all think about them. Personally, you should always listen to Angela's recommendations. I took her recommendation recently on the readers of Broken Wheel Recommend.
Are you enjoying that?
I am enjoying it very much.
The characters are so fun, aren't they?
Yeah, so it's basically if you like what's her name? The fried green tomatoes type things. It's basically
Fanny Flagg.
Yes, a young woman from Sweden comes to visit her book pen pal and discovers she's died, and the whole town kind of puts her up and takes her in, and she decides to kind of open a little bookstore.
Because she can analyze what people want and need in the way of a book. And that, to me, is just so beautiful.
It's kind of what we do.
It is, only she does it on a more magical level. I wish I had her superpower.
Yeah, we're always working on cultivating that. And that's kind of what this book call is us trying to cultivate more of that with you all, our listeners. So let us know down in the comments, send us some emails, come in and tell us if you completely despise us, if you like this, what you want to hear more of.
If you don't like this, don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone else. Come tell us so we can fix it. And come in and, ask Angela what she's reading and find out what other things she suggests. We've got some of these great things called Pathfinders where we list the different things that we enjoy reading. Yeah, that's pretty much this book haul.
Yay, this was a fun book haul.
We hope to do some more with Angela and more staff members and hopefully you all the patrons.
Yeah, thanks for listening.
Yeah, all right. So happy book day, y'all.
Happy book day, happy reading.
Bye. The BK Book Haul is part of the BK Public Library's podcast channel. It is produced and edited by Megan Fisher. Thanks to the Friends of the Bee Cave Public Library for the donation of our podcast equipment. For more information, go to www.beecavetexas.com. Please feel free to email us or leave any comments and suggestions below. We'd love to hear from you.